Welcome to episode 72. We have a special guest, stand-up comedian Joana Pido, discussing performing live, favourite comedians and penises. And we have Emmanuel Bonami. He joins us and surprises his biggest fans. And Gareth joins us in the lay-by.
This episode doesn't even exist and it's this good.
Okay.
So this is
Sorry.
episode 72, and as the intro's contested, Kate's already giggling. We have a special guest with us. Not Kate, she's just guest, but we have a special guest with us today, Joana Pido, who is a stand-up comedian from Zurich.
Just to be clear, that isn't a nickname. That is her surname.
That is my real name, Joana.
That's your real...
Actually,
And that's the
Joana
right...
Pido.
Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yeah, Pido with the I.
Pido.
Pido. No, it's Pido.
Like
Who gets
Pido and
called the
Stitch.
one with
No,
the-
that's Lilo. Lilo, Pido and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. I don't know.
Edo and Stitch were in a much different film.
Pido and
What-
Stitch.
What does your surname mean? Does it mean anything? I mean, mine doesn't, so...
It's my father's last name. It's actually Pido.
That is the correct definition of a surname.
That is when I was in high school and in college, they are calling me, pedophilia. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's my nickname. So, yeah.
Your comedy,
No,
it's your
that's-
first joke, isn't it? You just come on, you just get it out of the way with. You're like, this is my name. You're
Yeah.
gonna
Very
make a
difficult
joke.
not to introduce you and not say the word. So, you've got to get that out of the way, haven't you? But yeah, but Joanna, thank you very much for joining us. We
Thank you for inviting me, by the way.
really appreciate it. We've all had a little look at your stand-up clips on social media as well. And you're far too filthy for us. We like PG stuff. So
Oh, no. Hi.
Yeah, because Rageway was clearly PG, isn't it?
Sorry?
No, I was saying to Kev because Rage Whale is clearly PG.
yeah, and James is not PC. So we've got all the acronyms going on.
Yep.
When's your next gig, Joanna? What are you up to at the moment when it comes to the gig side of things?
I will be in Funny Women Zurich on the 12th of November. So, yeah, I know it will be just all the comedians are women. So, yeah. And then, but of course, the audience are mixed, So, and how can I say this? I'm a little bit nervous because the brother of my fiance, his family wanted to come, and I told them not to come because my set for the. I feel like you're thinking about something else when I say come. So anyway.
No.
Oh no, that wasn't.
Okay.
I am now,
So how
but
can I say
I
this?
wasn't before.
Wasn't before.
Drew, you're dribbling. Wipe your mouth.
Sorry.
So anyway, I'm really worried because the material that I will use is about me going to a club. So I think I already sent that to you, Kevin. Yeah.
Your material's talking about your ex-boyfriends and their penises, basically.
There you go.
That's
Just what you want your mother-in-law to see.
I love naming. Can I say that word?
you can say all the words.
Okay. I love naming dicks.
That's brilliant.
It's so cute, So, yeah.
Did you ever
I
see the
don't-
show Puppetry of the Penis?
What? Sorry?
Did you ever see the show Puppetry of the Penis?
Is that another one you auditioned for?
No.
Uh,
I just feel like it would be right up Pedo's street, I feel like she'd really enjoy that.
Can imagine Drew in the bath with a couple of little puppet strings just going.
Like the
Oh,
Jackass,
that's
like the
awesome.
intro to the latest Jackass film.
Yeah, Godzilla.
Drew, right? Let's all get over her surname and not say that's going to be right up Pedo Street. That's
Pedo Street is like the opposite to Sesame Street. They're just
No, it's
anyway.
That's
That's
what
terrible.
they want.
no, it's
Oh,
exactly like Sesame
Yeah,
Street.
that-
There's loads of adults in furry costumes of children. That is
That's
Pedo
actually
Street.
jumping off furry children. I'm not furry children. Jumping off furry costumes. Can I just show this really bizarre thing? Look at this. You know when we talked about Zippy, George, and Bungle?
Rainbow.
Yeah.
You have to explain
Rainbow.
rainbow to Joanna. They don't get it.
Look at his name though.
What What is the
Can't
name?
read it,
It's
Drew, because
Ronnie.
your internet was made in 1994.
Ronnie. What is that?
Joanna,
Ronnie
Rainbow is,
LeDrew.
Can we explain
Oh.
Ronnie
Rainbow to
LeDrew.
Joanna?
Rainbow is a children's program with big fluffy animals, basically called Zippy, Bungle, and George.
Yeah.
It's difficult to describe if you haven't seen it, to be honest, because
Why?
it sounds like
Why? Is it
madness.
really for kids? Is it really a show for kids or?
In
Yeah,
the
I think
90s
so.
it was, yeah.
there was lots of innuendo jokes, wasn't there? But I don't know if it was
Yeah.
deliberate or not.
But that guy is going to Comic-Con, and I didn't realize he's called Meet Ronnie LeDrew, who does the actual he does Zippy. He does the voice and the puppeteering of Zippy.
Not something to be proud of.
Is that
No,
what you do
what?
with your penis? You make it into Zippy with your puppetry.
Oh,
No.
Zippy.
No. I just thought it was funny that his last name was Drew. That was the only random. Yeah, that was
By
it.
the way, Joanna, if you're wondering why Drew's internet is so bad, he's been in Afghanistan for the last 6 months. They've only just taken the Hessian sack off his head for this interview.
Pretty much.
He's been
Pretty
like
much.
prisoner of war for
Well, my head
some
looks
time.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Not
My head
really,
looks pretty
Joanna,
good
not
considering
really,
I've had a
not
sack
really.
on my head.
Oh,
Doesn't he look
Gianna
like a
was looking
prisoner
at
of
you
war?
very
He's
serious
joking,
there.
he's joking,
Looks like
Joanna.
he's been arrested at the border.
oh, really?
No, not really, Joanna.
No,
Don't
oh
worry,
my
not
God, I'm
really.
fucking dumb. I
If he
believe
flips the
it.
camera,
Oh
he's
my
a
God.
soldier with a gun.
See, this is yeah. Give James an Oscar.
I would just say, don't
Yeah.
take anything James says seriously, and then you've got it, okay?
I was going to say, when you said about Zippy and puppetry of the penis, if you think about the film Something About Mary, that bit,
Oh.
Franks and Beans, that is literally puppetry of the penis and Zippy at the same time.
We got a bleeder.
Oh no.
That's
So
incredible.
how
So-
I can
Let's try something out
So,
of it.
Kev, are you going to do some questions for Joanna? Are you going to be a good interviewer? Come on.
Well, in a minute,
Absolutely not.
James has got to show us something with a string.
Yeah, I just need
Okay.
to tie it on first.
really?
No, don't tie it on. What you?
Okay, go.
James is tiny for me. I can't
Look
see
at him
him.
go.
He's doing puppetry of the penis.
Perfect.
Show me.
For all
Oh,
you
he's in a
viewers at
single
home,
knot, though.
I want to see.
what would you name James's penis from that brief interlude?
I have to see the penis
That's the
before I
Invisible
name
Man.
it. I have to see it first. I'm sorry. I don't name dicks without seeing it.
There we go.
It has been you.
James, quickly, if you can quickly do a dick pic, it is actually solicited. So,
Just
I wanted
Just
a video.
Google
you know.
mealworm.
Don't worry.
He wants the real one.
Yeah, just Google garden worm. It's sort of a similar.
He just said garden worm, Joanna, as in like a worm. You know, in German, worm.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
dude, your penis could be called Earthworm Jim.
Good. It's just as dirty.
Guys, I was so sick.
Wait,
To come on tonight, I've got
It's a great game.
ginger
It's a
shot
great game.
and wine.
I cannot
Combined.
hear Kate.
what's that?
Wait,
What's,
You can't hear
What's
me.
that,
I just
Kate?
said I was so sick. You know, I nearly cancelled, and then I didn't want to cancel on the beautiful Joanna. And I love you all too, guys. But you know, Joanna and
Yeah,
ginger
please.
shot and wine.
very nice.
Nice.
Is my microphone bad, by the way? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Oh,
We might just be talking over each other because we're very passionate.
So just for the audience who don't understand what's going on, because there's 5 of us talking, and it's we apologise if we cut each other up. It's going to be tricky not to, but going to ask questions to Joanna. But I've also got some special news coming up, so we're gonna. Joanna's aware. Joanna's the only one in this group who knows what's coming up.
Kev's having a baby.
Yeah.
So she's in on the surprise and the news, but I don't want to go into like loads of detail because it's coming up in about 5 minutes.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
Okay.
So
Is that how long it takes Viagra to kick in now?
we'll just do like surface chat for 5 minutes, and then after the thing, then we'll go into more detail with Joanna. But I don't want to go into loads of detail, otherwise we'll have to cut her off halfway because I've got a surprise coming at a very specific time.
Whoa.
You've
Okay.
got Domino's.
Why don't you ask Joanna some questions about comedy or her life?
Well, I've got loads of those questions. I've got loads of those questions ready.
Bye.
But like I said, I don't want to go into
Was
loads
it
of
me?
detail.
Was it me, or did Kevin just sound like the killer in Seven though? When he's like, "I don't want to spoil the surprise," and it's like just building up to like, in 5 minutes' time, I'm gonna reveal
Can I
something.
just say that the first time I saw Kevin, I mean, he looks like a serial killer to me.
A what? A serial killer?
He has some aura, like
But to be fair,
a mix
serial
of
killers.
pedophilia and a serial killer, with that glasses. Where's your glasses? Yeah, that's him.
But to be fair, serial killers.
You got a Ted Bundy vibe
Yeah.
going on there.
Serial killers are good looking these days.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess all the thing I have to do is do some murdering, and then I've got the whole package.
There you go, dude.
Maybe I'll get all the ladies will start liking me if I start murdering them. Have you seen the new film that just came out, Heretic, with Hugh Grant?
That
Yeah.
came out under a radar, didn't it? I never even heard of it till the other day.
He's a bad guy, and he wears exactly the same glasses as well. And he's a bit of a
Blim,
not a
blim.
masturbator, a knife wielder.
He's a bit of a puppeteer of the penis as well.
Well,
I couldn't or am I masturbating you?
on a side note, though, Joanna, like you seem very confident, but also quite shy and nervous about things at times. How have you got the confidence to go on stage? Because I know a lot of people do that, don't they? A lot of celebrities and people that go on stage are actually quite shy or nervous or reserved, and then they go on stage and it's bam. How do you switch up?
The very first time that I did it, how can I say this? I think because most of the time when I go on stage, I am always in pain and I'm a little bit sad. So somehow the first time that I did it and I killed it. So I was thinking that I kind of like the person that on that stage. I feel like I'm a different person. So I feel like I can be whatever I want on that stage. So how can I say this? I really don't know. So shy to say it. How can I say this? There's a lot of things going on in my head. So I don't know if I answered your question right. So,
No,
yeah.
so you kind of treat it like you're an actor, I guess. Like you're a
Yeah.
different person. Like because Drew's an actor, so
Yeah.
so you kind of like click into that. I'm not Joanna anymore. I'm performer Joanna now.
Yeah, something like that. But at the same time, while I am on stage, I am, how can I say this? I am really, really shy. But I was thinking that I'm already here. It's either I will run or I will just finish this. And then somehow the reaction of the audience helps me. The how can I say this? After 10 seconds of being on stage, the very, very first time that I was there, they laugh and it somehow made me calm. So I was like, okay, it's working. So yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, that's
Sorry.
good.
What is that?
Oh, ignore him. What is that?
Sorry.
That bloody
I
Gareth.
hear that often.
This is.
Oh,
So it looks like he's been kidnapped. Basically,
So
is that the surprise?
This is our friend Gareth. He's on for what I've told you about. It's coming in a few minutes, but he's here to witness as
Yeah.
well. So Gareth is staying quiet for a few minutes and listening to. So Gareth,
Okay.
this is Joanna.
Hello.
Gareth knows who you are. I've sent him your stand up already as well. So we've all seen your stand up.
Oh.
Gareth, are you looking up at the camera? Are you filming this on a security camera or something? What's going on?
My phone is on my steering wheel. That's
He's in a
Gareth's
secret location.
coming live from a Ring doorbell by the looks of it.
it's the only level surface I can find in here.
Well, hand's not good enough now.
Without my GCSE maths.
Have you ever seen my setup, Kate? It's a VR headset case. On top of that is a drone case. Then it's the box for the VR headset. Then there's a coffee cup, and my phone is sellotaped to it, so it doesn't fall over.
I'm very professional on this podcast.
Yeah,
Do I have,
Yeah.
this isn't even
do I
plugged
have
in.
time to ask Joanna some more questions, or are we nearly in the time
I
when
think
I
we're
was
kind of in that sort of pause moment for like 2 minutes. So
Let's have an awkward silence.
just for everyone listening, there's lots of us now, so I should take a photo. Everyone smile. So we have 6 people on, and Gareth has just joined us in a lay-by, like he's doing some murdering,
Gareth's just
some
picking up
hookers.
his latest victim.
He's doing some murdering.
There's someone knocking in Gareth's boot at the moment, so we better hurry up.
He's doing a Netflix documentary.
He is the Netflix documentary.
Oh, on a side note as well, me and Gareth did something special today.
Oh,
What, is
did
it
you
you
make
going to
love?
come out? Is that what this whole thing is?
We'll
You two
tell
getting
everyone.
married?
Did you make love?
We both watched the film Infested,
Ghost. Oh,
Huh.
starring Emmanuel Bonami.
legend among men. Have you noticed, Kate, if you Google him now, his age comes up instantly?
That's
Really?
because he's been
How old
listening
is
to our
he?
podcasts. And
He's
he's
like
like,
54.
guys,
If you put his
seriously.
name into Wikipedia, the first thing that comes up is his date of
Do you think
birth.
it's because of us though? Because he's listened.
Yeah,
I
do.
reckon so.
That's called cause
So
and
how old
effect,
is he?
guys. That's cause and effect.
So how old
Imagine.
is he?
How old is
I
he?
Google him a lot.
54.
He doesn't look
54.
it.
Oh,
He's
okay.
looking good. He's looking fine.
Not a day over 52.
Yeah,
He's looking fantastic.
I wouldn't say no.
But yeah,
He's
I
been in loads
tell
of
you
films.
what.
Do you know he was the voice? I found a great fact. He does dubbing over video games in French. And remember
What?
the game Metal Gear Solid?
He does Metal Gear
Loved it.
Solid.
He was Snake, the main guy in
What?
Metal Gear Solid in
Oh,
French.
in France. Oh, that's amazing.
What's the name? Snake. Is it Snake?
Solid
Yeah.
Snake.
Earthworm Jim.
He wasn't French.
From Jim coming back. But me and Gareth both said, we messaged each other today, the film is actually genuinely really, really good.
Is it one
Yeah.
where it starts in a desert?
Is that the
Yeah.
spider film that Emmanuel's in, right?
Yeah. It's
I want to
actually
see the
genuinely
spiders.
incredible.
Wait,
I
hang on,
watched
wait,
Up
is this-
Sting, by the way.
Wait, guys, is the surprise that Bonami is in the back of Gareth's boot?
No.
Gareth's been to France on a bootlegging trip and he's kidnapped
But
a
it's
famous
coming
actor.
now.
Hello.
Can everyone see?
Everybody shout.
Hello. Good evening.
Hi, Emmanuel. How you
Very
doing?
well, thank you. And yourself? Happy to join you.
We are good. We are good. I'm just going to introduce you to everyone. So you've got Drew here in the green T-shirt. You've got James in the checkered red. You've got your biggest fan in the world, Kate, with the blonde hair here.
Hello, madam.
You've got Gareth, who messaged you.
Yes. Hello,
he's
Gareth.
he's in a truck in a lay-by.
Okay.
And you've got our friend Joanna, who is a
Hello.
stand-up comedian
Hello.
as well. Thank you so much for joining us. This
My
is a
pleasure.
massive treat.
That's a lovely surprise.
Oh, it's an
You
incredible
look
surprise for us.
laughing. What is going
Whoa.
Joanna has no idea what's going on.
Everyone's just staring at you now, really
I know,
happily.
I know. And I'm staring at
Wow.
everyone as well, so okay.
We're just in
Yeah,
shock,
yeah.
really. I think that's what it is.
So, Emmanuel, we were just saying, in fact, myself and Gareth, we literally just watched. It's called Infested over
Yeah.
here, but obviously it's
Vermin.
How do you
Vermin.
pronounce it?
Yeah.
Vermin. Wow, me and Gareth were messaging each other all day today. We're blown away by it. So James was the one who originally told us about it, and it is an incredible film, really good. And you're pretty scary in it as well.
Yeah, I'm not very friendly, but
Yeah, you're not the nicest guy in the world, but you get your comeuppance, that's for
no,
sure.
It was a good fun. It was a good movie to make. We had good fun doing it. Yeah.
Oh, mate, do you understand? I don't know if you understand exactly how we came to know about you originally.
Because of
properly.
my name and the fact that on the internet you did not know how old I was.
Which is
We
one
like
big
your name,
mystery.
and you became like a mysterious legend to
Okay.
us. And they became super
like a
fans.
unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went to the cinema in May to watch the new film Sting. I don't know if you've heard of it, the spider one.
No.
It's a new movie, and I think it's an Australian spider film called Sting. And when I went to see it at the cinema, James said, "Oh, that looks rubbish. Watch a proper spider movie," and told me about your film.
Not mine, not mine, but the one I was in. Yeah.
But yeah, it's incredible. But yeah, I looked at a couple of facts today, just a little tidbit. 200 giant huntsman spiders were used for that film.
Yeah, they were using real
get...
spiders and then CGI as well, but a lot of real spiders, and they were big.
Are you scared of spiders, Emmanuel, at all? Or I guess
No,
not,
I'm not.
to film that.
I'm scared of snakes.
Oh, so
okay.
Snakes on a Plane, not for you then, the sequel.
No, I'm not very scared of spiders, but the one I saw were pretty big, so a bit scary.
Oh,
still.
Very brave.
Oh, it's all right.
Very brave.
There's a scene in the film where they're going along a corridor, right? It just looked like there's loads of them running along a corridor. Is that right?
Yeah. No, but I think they used a mix of real ones and CGI. Basically, when I got killed, they were not real. It was a CGI for me.
Yeah, they move so quick as well. I made my skin crawl. It was so creepy, but it felt like a very gritty. Like in Britain, we do like really gritty British dramas, which we think is a bit better than the Hollywood
it is like
smooth stuff.
I love British movies,
like
so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here's one question: were any spiders harmed during the making of Infested?
I don't think so.
Several were flushed down the toilet.
I don't think so, because the director really likes all kind of insects and spiders, so he was really being careful that nothing was going wrong.
So he just put like a big jar over one of them and just kind of take them out. You know, when you just scoop a bit of cardboard and a glass, and he just take them off the set gently.
Yeah. No, it was very. They were really careful. So
nice.
Good. How was Budapest? I see that you're all over there at the moment recently doing, is it Fracture, the new film you've got coming out?
No, it's, I was working on NCIS.
That's it.
They're doing,
Very cool.
doing a spin-off happening in Europe about two main characters called Tony and Ziva. And they were looking some French... nasty man, and then I got the part.
Oh, you don't seem like a nasty man. You seem very nice. No,
I don't think I am, but
you're an actor. You're a very good actor.
When acting, it's always very interesting to play the villain, and I still believe everybody's got a dark side. So when you act, you can explore this dark side. And it was good.
Drew's an actor as well. What's your sort of favorite roles to play? Do you like playing the bad guy, or have you got like a?
No,
I think that's your kind of.
It's the parts I like the most, because I think they're
more fun, right?
It's more fun, and I think they're more complicated characters, because if you just playing a nasty man, just a kind of a monster, is not very interesting. What's interesting is the different layers you will add to your character to make the viewers connected to your character. If it's too nasty, it's like a boogeyman. It's not very scary. What's scary is when somebody is normal and can flip, I believe.
Nice. So you add more elements to make them feel flawed and
but to find something the viewers can connect to. They can be a bit of charm, smile, something like this. Then after, just go really like a psycho, and it suddenly is very scary.
In episode 71, I refer to you as the next Vincent Cassel. Do you know Vincent Cassel?
Of course, I know. Yeah. I think he's more talented than me, but he's all right and busier than me.
Hey! You're getting there, though, man. You're getting there. So it's he's amazing.
He's got more hair than me as well, so.
That's true. that's true. But there's wigs, man. You can wear wigs, when you're on set, and they make
look funny,
yeah.
I would like to do. It's when I finished working on NCIS, I told the head of hair, I say I would like to work again with you, but with like long hair or dreads, having like something crazy, because she was not very busy with me, so it's all right.
Yeah, nice.
And like from the sort of stuff you've done and stuff you want to be doing, or you've got in the pipeline, do you have like sort of a preference in like genres to kind of be part of as well? Like obviously you've done the horrors and stuff like that, you've done the action and stuff. Is there something you haven't done you want to do, or something that you're happy with you want to stick with?
I'm quite happy just working, which is which is good. As an actor, the most important is if you can work and have a job. After, as a viewer, as watching movies, I prefer strong movies. I like dark movies, drama, like you have when you have a strong emotions. I'm not too sensitive to arty movie where it's like everyday life. I don't go to the movie just to see my life. I want to be taken somewhere else. I want to feel some strong emotions. So
Morgan Freeman said it's better to be typecast than not cast. So I think he's got the right idea.
Exactly. It's better to have something, and I don't mind. I know some of my friends sometimes they were you're always playing nasty. I say, well, first of all, I'm not the one choosing anyway, because when you have an audition, some people are thinking about you, thinking of you, and if they think of me like a nasty man, that's all right with me.
Also, I was thinking as well, like because you get to do quite a lot of different stuff, like each program or film you're in, you do different sort of training or have different sort of experiences. And I see you've been doing things like scuba diving and Muay Thai and stuff like that. I personally am a black belt in kickboxing.
Oh my God.
I love Muay Thai and stuff like that. And so just wondering, like is that's got to be one of the best parts of the job, not just the job itself, but learning a new skill.
Of course,
and doing something a bit different,
and especially when it's a bit physical, it's trying as well to push your own boundaries, your own limits. And when I went to Thailand to do Muay Thai, is because I was thinking I'm not young anymore, so maybe I can challenge myself and to see if I can push a little bit to see if I can go for it.
No, perfect.
Interrupt a sec because I'm gonna need to get moving again, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye. But it's been absolutely brilliant meeting you, Emmanuel, and see you guys later.
See you.
Thanks for having me.
Whoever you kidnapped, have a great night.
See you in a bit, Gareth.
Bye.
Take it easy, dude. Drive safe.
Bye.
For reference, Emmanuel, just leave. Turn your phone off.
Gareth.
Or you could make it more awkward. So yeah, for reference, Gareth wasn't meant to be here, but I told him to pop on for 10 minutes just to say hello to you. And he was very excited to do so.
He's the one who sent me a message at the beginning.
Yes, he did.
I'm sorry, I lost signal a second, but I wanted to ask you one question, Emmanuel, as we are super fans. We always said that if we ever got you on the podcast, that we'd have to end our podcast and that would be it.
Okay.
Do we have your permission to keep going and still stay your fans, or should we end it today? Is this the last?
You have to end it today. A promise is a promise.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
So wait, Emmanuel, you're essentially being a bad guy again because now you're killing Rage Whale. So.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Carry on. It's great to have a podcast.
What will our 7 listeners do?
Thanks, man. And by the way, Kate does like scuba diving and stuff like that as well. So yeah. But also I was going to say, just we won't keep you long, but I was just curious, like, do you have a sort of a favorite film or TV show that you're watching at the moment, or of like all time that you would say is like one of your favorites? Because we mainly talk about movies. You might not have realized that because we deviate a lot, but we're meant to be a movie podcast, but it doesn't work out very well.
We try. We aim
You
to
start
please,
with movies, and after you go on and talk about everything. I think it's very difficult to choose one like the best movie of all time, because I think it depends on mood. And I can like The Godfather, for example, and I love Conan the Barbarian. For me, it's one of the greatest movie ever made. I love Once Upon a Time in America. Forrest Gump. I don't know. It depends on the mood you're in. I think it's very difficult.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, incredible.
I think it's very difficult to do a list. I think because it depends on how old you are, how you feel. If you want to watch a romantic comedy, a violent movie, action movies, an old movie, animation. I think it's very difficult. I have about 20 or 30, movie I love. But
Isn't it strange as well? Like sometimes your most watched movie is not your favorite. It's just one that you enjoy watching the most.
Exactly.
Like you could watch Dumb and Dumber a million times, but your favorite film's The Crow.
And even sometimes I watch on YouTube just one scene just to remember of the movie or shed a tear.
Yeah. And is there a film you should recommend to us that we should watch from your back catalogue that you think we should watch?
The movie I worked on.
The Urine, yeah.
Infested is not bad, I think. And
I'm looking forward.
And there was a TV show I did a few years ago, and I don't know how it's called in English. I think it's Mummy's Wrong, and that was a great TV show to work on. I think it was broadcast on Channel 4 some time ago.
Channel 4.
Yeah, it's a 6-part TV show, and it's quite good. It's quite good.
Amazing.
If you ever want to watch something Drew's been in, I think his finest piece of work was for the Kia electric motor vehicle. That was a good advert. He was really good in that.
Did you hear about the audition Drew did in his pants? His underpants. Sorry.
And never even got the part.
Have you ever had to audition in your pants?
Lovely.
Have you seen Tell No One?
Sorry?
Have you seen the film Tell No One?
Tell No One? No. What is it? Tell No One.
What's that?
That's a French thriller.
Really? Yes, but okay, that was about 12, 13 years ago, something like this?
Yeah, I think so.
That was good. That was good.
He won't know every French film just because he's French.
No, I know.
No, I was trying to translate it to find the French titles, but it's now I got it.
Oh yeah, it's probably got a different title.
How old is it? Yeah, it's from 2006. Okay.
Yeah.
Can anyone here, apart from Emmanuel, obviously, can anyone here speak French?
No.
Petit peu.
No.
Joanna speaks every language, but
No.
you speak German and all sorts.
Wait, Kate, aren't you in Switzerland? Surely you know a bit of French.
I'm in the German-speaking part. I do speak a little bit of French, but I'd be far too embarrassed to try in front of Emmanuel.
Well, I'm not embarrassed speaking English, so it's fine.
No.
I only know Sabat.
Ça va?
He's putting us to shame because his English is brilliant compared to our French. So
yeah, but I used to live in London many years ago, so.
Whereabouts?
Everywhere. I was young, so it was depending on my flatmates. So southeast, northwest, Islington, various places.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Me and Drew lived in London for quite a while. Like, I lived there from like 2010. I was like North London, like Muswell Hill, Crouch End, Camden, that sort of pocket. Yeah, love it around there.
I know. I used to love London very much, but came back to France eventually.
So are you just outside Paris, or is that's just where you were filming recently? Was it?
No, I just live on the outskirts of Paris. Paris is not that big, but I just live, I don't know, half a mile from Paris, something like this.
That scene in Vermin. That scene in that building is so impressive that you shot in. That is like the coolest or brutalist.
Actually, the building was where the director grew up, but the whole movie, like 95% of the movie, was shot on stage.
Oh right, okay.
They have.
Oh, it's like a green screen.
No.
That makes sense.
They rebuilt the whole council flat on the stage.
because it's all very claustrophobic. It's like little rooms and hallways, and that's about it, you know, until the big shot's far away and the building is unreal.
And that's the only shots they've done in real life. The rest was on stage in the Paris suburbs because they had a better control filming. If you have a stage, the security is easier. You can move walls. You can do various stuff. So,
silly question, but they didn't blow it up at the end for real. I take it.
Sorry,
they didn't blow it up at the end for real.
They have actually. No, I'm joking.
Hey guys, spoilers, man! Spoilers.
No, they didn't do it. And when I've seen the movie on the big screen, you can a little bit see the special effects a little bit.
It's like a place you might know in London. It's near Southampton, St John's Wood area. There's a very famous brutalist architecture, sort of council estate, kind of similar to that one in Paris. It's very, very famous over here. But your place looks much cooler.
Yeah,
much cooler.
It's called the Camembert because it looks like a big cheese. It's true. It looks like two big Camembert facing each other, you know. So
that's brilliant. Has anyone got anything they want to add? But because we don't want to take up Emmanuel's time, we'll let him go unless anyone's got any last questions.
Have you seen all of the movie that you're in?
Everyone.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go on, Joanna.
Have you seen all of the movie that you were in it? Did you watch it? Yes. Okay. And what can you say about your person? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's very difficult. I've seen most of the stuff I did, but I find it always very difficult to watch it.
What?
Because you always remember what's around. You know, it's very difficult. What I like when I watch a movie is to get into the movie and feel like emotions and things. And when you've been part of something, I find it for me, I cannot feel anything because I remember, the camera was here, or you can see the people around, and you have other memories of, you know, the filming, and you see the bigger picture. So it's very difficult. And suddenly you see your face, and you say, "Oh my God, I'm ugly. I look like a Sharpei or something like this." Or whatever.
Okay.
I don't think you're ugly, Emmanuel.
It takes you out of the.
No, but I was going to say, Kate thinks you look good. And all
even
of that.
when I was working on NCIS a few times, the director said, "Oh, do you want to see the picture, you know, on the monitor or whatever?" And I never want to have a look at it because otherwise you find yourself a bit outside of the picture. When I prefer to stay inside and just trust what the director has to tell you, but I don't want to be a witness of what I'm doing. You know, I find it very disturbing. So it's. When you watch a movie you've done, I find it always, for me, a bit embarrassing and say, "Oh my God, oh no."
Well, it takes you out of that world if you see yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Because like if you're immersed in a film and then you go, "Oh, that's me," and then it kind of breaks the fourth wall because you're like, "I am an actor in that film," and then
or start to become self-conscious of something you don't want to be. So I've seen them.
Yeah. You're like, why did I keep touching my chin in that scene? It looks really weird now. Or like,
So
I'm just trying to find a French edition of Metal Gear Solid. So far, only found Italian.
Yeah, but that was 26 years ago. So that was a long time ago.
I'm looking at Metal Gear Solid 2 for the PlayStation 2.
No, the first one was on PS1 and it was released in 98. So that was 26 years ago.
Emmanuel, two things connected to Metal Gear Solid. Did you know that Keith Sutherland did the voice for one of the latest ones?
Yes, I know it.
Yeah. And there's rumors they're going to turn that into a film with Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah, but that has been going on for a long time. There are many rumors about doing a Metal Gear Solid as a movie.
Would you like to be in Metal Gear Solid if that gets made into a film?
Yeah, but I won't. I'm too old for that now.
No, man, no.
No, it's true. I'm between 35 and 50, so it's all right.
We know how.
That's the best part of this episode.
I was going to say, we know how old he was when he did Metal Gear Solid. He was 28 then. We've calculated.
Damn.
We have done the math.
Sorry?
You're no longer mystery.
The mystery is gone.
Yeah,
Funnily enough, I googled you earlier, and the first thing that came up was your date of birth.
Damn! I need to change that on the internet.
it didn't exist last week. Literally didn't exist. You're not on IMDb. You're not on Google,
Everywhere
Wikipedia, nothing. The address, your date of birth didn't exist.
I'm ageless. It's just...
Yeah.
And we couldn't tell.
I'm ageless too, forever. Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
I'm a
always
vampire.
85.
Well,
I was just curious when you're describing like working in a film, like with all the spiders and like how it is, like how do you act with CGI? Like, do you just like immerse yourself in a world of your imagination and just imagine it's really there, or does the director give you tips? Like, how do you work in this kind of like modern filming world with CGI, and how do you work with it as an actor? Like, obviously, like, it's a monster, but it's not that. Like,
no, in the scene in Infested, Sebastian, the director, just say, you knife the box, and suddenly you look at your hand, and there are many spiders, and I want you just to panic and put your head up and just scream, and you just go for it, because it's very fast.
It's about your imagination and what you imagine as well as the director helping you. And
well, I think that's what was really good about that scene, because in the scene, Emmanuel thinks that the kid is a drug dealer when he's not, and he fights him to get into his bedroom to check out his room to find the drugs. And there's wall to wall full of reptiles and spiders and all sorts. And I thought you were going to go and smash everything up and go crazy, but then you were just like very cunning. You saw the shoebox wrapped up. And I thought, no. I didn't think you were going to die at that point. I thought something's going to happen. And then, no, you just tear in.
I had to go.
I was like, no. Never mind.
Yeah, but that's the thing when you play bad guys, is usually you end up in a bad shape.
Yeah. But that's what's so good, isn't it? Like, I think if I was an actor personally, I'd be like, what do you want to do? I want a creative death. I want something interesting I want to do a death scene or a die or, something like that. And I think that's what's...
No, it's true, but sometimes I would like to be in a sequel, and at the moment it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, Emmanuel, you've heard of Sean Bean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that Sean Bean has an actual dying show reel? Because he dies in every single thing.
Is it on YouTube? Okay.
Yeah. Someone's cut together every single death that Sean Bean has in every movie he's ever made.
But that's funny, speaking about Sean, because in NCIS, there was, I think you know this English actor, Sean Pertwee.
Sean Pertwee, yeah, from Dog Soldiers.
Exactly, and it's funny because I met him twice. We didn't have scenes together, but I remember when I was younger going to Blockbuster in a video store in London and watching all those English, British B movies, and he was in all of them. And I saw him now he's 60 years old, and I was so impressed. And exactly.
Boom.
He's super
lovely guy, and I was very impressed, and I wanted to tell him, I was a big fan, but I didn't.
No,
I was a bit,
Played it cool.
We're not going to play it cool today, Emmanuel. We're just going to tell you we love you.
We've passed that ship sailed.
But Emmanuel, you're an absolute legend for coming on here, man, and giving up your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's great.
And thank you so much for having a good sense of humor as well, because most people would have told us to piss off. So.
Why? I don't. It's cool. It's cool to meet new people, to talk about things we share, passion, movies.
Well, maybe if you're up for in the future, we'll do like a proper episode and have a longer chat sometime about stuff and take it from there. And that would be a real joy.
With pleasure.
You could promote one of your next films that you're in.
Visit us in Zurich, Emmanuel. Me and Kate.
They live in Zurich, so if you want to pop over.
Oh, it's an international podcast then.
Yeah,
we're all over the place. Yeah,
the Philippines,
we're like shit in a field.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've got a New York guest on later this week, and someone from Southern America on next week. So yeah, we're going all over the place, man. But you are by far our favorite. Full stop.
Thank you very much. That's very kind.
Yeah. So thank you so much. If you can just click leave whenever you're happy to, and we'll speak to you another time whenever you're ready. But thank you so much,
Take
man.
care. Have a lovely night.
Round of applause for Emmanuel.
Legend.
See you soon.
Round of
Bye-bye.
applause.
Bye.
Cheers,
See you
man.
later, man.
What a guy.
Oh my god, his French is so sexy.
Well, even I was turned on.
I think I got wet. No, I'm just kidding.
I did.
Wow.
Does everyone want to just go and get them unmoist themselves?
That was I was like, I can't. I thought
Spray this some sweat.
at first I thought it was like a cutout or something, or someone's done like the CGI. You know, you can put people's faces on your head now.
Yeah.
Like what's it called? Like a doctoring
AI
or whatever
thingy.
it's called. A fake
AI.
something. A fake
Deep
shot.
fake.
Deep fake.
yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
No, like what a legend he is. Like we're random people that have been talking about him for months, and like he had no reason to come on. I was like,
Borderline
what a nice
stalking.
guy.
Yeah.
Like that's like what an awesome
Great
person.
accent as well.
Hey, without sounding an asshole, I was the one that mentioned Vermin. If you watch that episode back.
Oh yeah, it wasn't me. 100% wasn't me. I just
But
didn't want to say that.
I was like a rabbit in headlights, so I didn't want to be like a dick and be like, actually, I said it. But now I sound like that guy actually, so I am.
I was like,
now.
I didn't do it, but I'm going to keep quiet.
I am that
No, but
puppet.
like- I wanted to say, like, guys and girls, Joanna, what a legend! Like, he didn't have to come on and entertain us all because we've been talking about it for months, and like,
No, I mean, he's a
He's been
legit
like-
actor. He's just on doing NCIS.
I know, but he's like, that's a really nice guy. Like, he could have been like, "What the fuck, you weirdos!" Like, yeah, what a lovely guy.
Yeah, but even better than that, guys.
This.
Guys, even better than that, he played the same gag because the whole thing that set up the enigma for him. He then said in the thing, he went, "Well, I'm between 34 and," I was like, "Dude, mic
That made
drop,
my
man!"
life.
Like, he's a genius. He's a genius.
So, Kate, did you know? Did you think
I
it
guessed
was?
it because I told you I'm really sick, and I like was
I
felt
guessed when Gareth came on.
No, I guess when I was like, felt like I was getting a fever. And then last week you said you messaged him. And then Joanna called me and was like, you have to be on tonight. And I was like, what? And I was like, I'm really sorry,
You didn't
Joanna.
say anything, Kev.
I know.
No,
I trust
but
you.
like the way that Joanna called me and she was like, I can't tell you what it is, but you really will regret it. And then you text me and I was like, you'll regret it. And I was like, okay, I'll just put makeup on so I don't look so ill. And I'll just like...
I thought you were going to say he's going to come on like next week or something.
No, that's what I was calling you, Kev, because I got really excited and I was like, needed to know now. So I was like ringing you manically, like, is it Emmanuel?
Yeah,
I
Kate
think you're
was
gonna
calling,
announce-
and I said to her, right, even if you're ill, I think you'll regret it if you don't pop on at 7:30 for 10 minutes, and just be off screen if you're that ill, but you need to be available. So
Joanna was like, just set up Regina and turn the camera off, Joanna said to me.
Just hiding in the dark, just watching Emmanuel, like, ha ha ha.
He's just messaged already, just saying that was very cool. Thanks for inviting me. Have a great night.
Oh, and
What a
we
ledge,
don't have
man.
to cancel the podcast as well. Bonus.
Yeah, no, he
Well,
saved
no,
he saved
did.
Rage Whale. So even though he plays villains, he was actually the hero in this episode. He was the
He was.
If we
protagonist.
ever
he
start
didn't say
making
we have
money,
to
we should give him
cancel.
like 5%.
So should we call episode 73, the next one, Ragewell, the Resurrection?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the second
Are we
coming.
doing 2 today, by the way?
Rage Whale had an erection.
I know you're excited now, but you're ill. You need to go in half an hour.
No, I'm seeing Joanna's beautiful face when I can't leave yet.
Yeah, babe, stay here.
But I wish you had a mute button.
Sorry, you mean me?
No, to Kate, not you.
She has
Oh, okay,
muted.
okay.
Sexy.
Kate goes, I'm
Oh,
staying,
my
then
femme is
cost.
so sexy.
Okay.
You just love my sexy flam. Okay, shut up.
You're not muted
Can,
anymore.
I was just going to say, can I show you what my cinema looks like right now and why I'm a bit concerned?
No.
Go on.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not too pixelated, but
Yeah,
Well,
it's pretty pixelated. Is it boarded up?
I'm
What is that? It looks like an old football stadium.
Spiky
well, yeah.
nipples.
Look at all of the
Spiky nipple.
fucking building work going on. That's my cinema, guys. It's basically I'm paying $14.99 for a building site I can't enter.
Well, just cancel it then. Or just go in
The
the building
walls,
site.
the walls were falling in. Like that's what one of
Go
my
in the
mates said
building
at
site,
work.
wear a helmet.
Why don't you cancel it?
I definitely
Yeah,
wear.
go on the
I'd
building
wear a
site,
helmet,
Drew.
guys. I'm serious. I'd dress up in builder's gear, wearing
Yeah.
like the full fluorescent stuff, arm bands, elbow bands, a helmet to just go in and watch a movie in a cinema that's falling apart. Because then
Go in the
that's even
building
cheaper than
site, and if
4DX.
they're like, you need
One
to
moment,
bounce,
I'm
be
going
like,
to the
don't matter, I
toilet.
got
I'm
my
going to get
tickets.
standing.
Drew, doesn't Woking have a view, and that's like 10-minute drive away?
Yeah, but I don't drive, man.
Wait, where do you live now? I thought you lived in Brighton.
He
I do
does.
live in Brighton.
Woking that close to Brighton?
Yeah.
Woking's not that
Not
close to Brighton.
Woking. What's the one next to Brighton called W something? Drew.
Geography.
Worthing.
Worthing. See?
I
Worthing.
was like, Woking's
pretty
near,
close.
like,
Yeah,
Redfern and
Worthing's
Basin.
near like London, man.
Anyway,
Well,
it's
not
not.
even.
Worthing's left.
Woking.
Anyway, guys, let's.
I did do well at geography, man. I got like I can't even remember what I got for geography.
So you guys doesn't live in the same city?
No.
No, okay.
This is the closest thing to hanging out. Like literally, that's how Rage Whale started. It was just the three of us just hanging out, having a laugh.
Are you,
And then-
are you familiar with the UK geography?
Not so much. Wait, I will open my map.
So-
map.
So
I love the skeleton at the bottom now. This is so cool.
Drew's about 60, 70 miles south of London.
Yeah.
James is about 70 miles west of London.
Let's make it easy. I live about an hour and a half away from Drew and about 3 hours from Kev.
And I'm up north.
And how many times did you guys see each other personally?
Well, Drew, unfortunately,
for
used to
20
live around the
years.
corner from me, so it's quite a lot.
Watch, I was picking you up, man. We were going to the cinema together.
So we live next to each other, and James lived in my house for years.
Okay, and what was that?
Early 20s. Our
Okay.
early 20s, not early. Yeah.
But now,
not the
how many
1920s.
times? How many times per month do you guys see each other personally?
I haven't seen Kev for
Zero.
years.
We were basically all friends that met in Curry's. Like, so if none of us got the job at Curry's, I
She
wonder if
doesn't
we
know
would-
what Curry's is. She's not from the UK.
All right, Curry's isn't an Indian place. Curry's
No,
is
it's not.
like
It was a shop that
Electrical
It sells
goods, they
furniture.
sell TVs and stuff.
And
Does not
TVs
sell
and-
furniture. There's a lot. Doesn't what do you think it does?
Sorry, not furniture.
I cannot understand.
But tumble dryer isn't a tumble dryer kind of furniture. Like,
No. Joanna
Okay.
will struggle to understand us if we all speak over each other.
Yeah, thank you, Kev. Right. I'll shut everyone up, including me. It's not her first language. Her English is amazing. Let's not all talk over each other because it's hard for her to understand.
It's okay. I'll
There's
just
a
say
shop that sells TVs and everything, and I worked there when I was like 18, and they were like early 20, like 19, 20.
Okay.
So a good 20 years ago.
You're the youngest. You're the baby. Okay.
I mean, he's not young. He just was young 20 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, but here he looks like the youngest actually because I see
Really?
that yeah.
he's got a baby
Drew
face.
is the father figure here
Are you kidding me? Why do
That's
I?
because of my grey, right? That is because of the.
because of
See?
not because of your beard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, am I the middle one?
Yeah. I told you you're like a pedophile.
Isn't that really sweet? If we were brothers, I'm the older brother, he's the younger brother, and Kev's the middle brother.
She said pedophilia. She meant serial killer. Please, you meant serial killer, right?
Kev's the dodgy uncle.
I take serial killer as a positive. Pedophilia,
Yes.
definitely a negative.
Whoa.
Doesn't look good on a CV, does it? So I can see your hobbies and interests here. Football and excuse me.
Depends how many you've got under your belt. Oh,
Oh wow, well quite a few if they're like maybe
under your
4.
belt.
Oh.
That was not
That's
deliberate. So, question to Joanna. What made you get into comedy? Did you want to do it, or did someone tell you were funny enough and kick you on stage and say, do it to other people? How did you actually... That's a big
Ended
jump.
up. Yeah, how can I say? Because I watched. It started when I went to this true story party tour. It's a stand-up comedy show, but it's only 2 comedians from Australia and America, and they are talking about their worst dates. And because my English was not so good, the show is they're gonna do a materials, and then there's gonna be a break, and during the break we have to they made the audience to participate, like telling our worst date. And the thing is, I did not understand the instruction. What I understood is that you get the paper, you put your story and your name, then you don't need to be on stage. So, and then if you wanted to be on stage, just put your name, just the name. So what I did is that I put the story and my name, but I did not put my name. I put Regina Falangi. I mean, because of Friends. I did not put Regina Falangi. I just put Regina. So I was like, but the thing is, the instruction is that if you wanted to be anonymous, just put your story and then put any name. And if there's a name, you will automatically be on stage. So at the end, so when after that break, this host, how can you say this? Reading the story of some audiences, and then I was like, he's not reading my story, so I guess he did not like my story, you know. And then the last one, he says that, okay, I have the last one, and I'm really disappointed because I was like, he did not tell the story. And then he says at the last one, he says that, okay, there's this, is this Regina? You know, he's saying that, and I was like, oh my God, that is me. And he wanted me to be on stage. And my friend, I told my friend that, oh my God, that is me. And she's so confused. She says, but your name is Joanna. And then I said, yes, I know my name is Joanna. It's just, I cannot explain to her. So, and this guy, because no one is going up, and this guy, who is this? And then some of the, the people sitting next to me, they are pointing to me. So the host really goes, he really picked me up, and then I told him when we are already on the stage, I really don't mean to be on stage, I just want you to tell my story. The story is on the paper. And they said, yeah, but you put your name. And I was like, I thought that, you will not pick the people who put their story. And then, so anyway, I tell the story. And then after that, the people are laughing. I didn't. It's really an improv. I told this. I can send you the link because it is in YouTube. And then after that show, the host talked to me and he says that, hey, the audience loves you. I mean, you won a lap dance. I mean, I won the lap dance from him. He's a sexy chocolate man, He's really, yeah. And how can I say this? I won a
That's a
lap dance
weird
because
prize for a comedy show.
I've seen him. He has a sexy chocolate man.
Wait, you win a lap
Yeah.
dance if you tell the truth? Like, I'm really confused because it's called True Story, right?
From a chocolate
Sorry?
man.
Sorry.
You win a lap dance from a chocolate man if you tell the truth.
Because
Oh,
at the
internet
end,
shit.
at the end of it, the people have to. We are three of us who were on stage, and the audience have to clap to the person they love the most. And I got the most
biggest.
cheer and everything, yeah. So and
Like
then
8 Mile.
yeah, like that. So and then after the show, this guy comes up to me, and then he says that, hey, I really love what you did there. Can I put your clip in our platform? Don't worry, I'm gonna message you once it's already up. And then I said, okay. I give him my email ad, and that happened September 2019. And then November 2019, I got an email. He says that, hey, your video is up. You can, just let me know if you like it. If you don't like, I can put it out and everything. And then I said, okay. So I did not watch it right away. I waited for 1 week. So after a week, I watched it, and yeah. And then the comment, I like the comment. The comments from I watched it in YouTube. And the comment were like, oh, she's so sweet, she's so funny. You cannot how can I say, one person says that it's so refreshing seeing someone so innocent and telling those words like dicks and everything and sex and everything. So yeah, so I was thinking, do comedy.
I like the fact that when you said innocent, Kate couldn't even look at you in the eye.
What I love about Joanna
I know.
Joanna, I think you've got a naughty dungeon. That's what I
Can
think.
you see me? Because I can only see
I
myself.
think so. You see, I have a dick museum in my head.
Yeah, we can see you, Kate.
Okay, I've got it keeps playing up, so I keep looking off. Basically, one of the many reasons I love Joanna is I could never do stand-up comedy myself. Like, I could never stand on stage. Like, that's a special kind of confidence. But you meet Joanna and she's got the biggest heart. She's like literally sunshine in a person. She's like the most positive, happy person. And she's one of those people that you just feel warm and happy being around. And she comes across as, she is a little bit shy. Your assessment was right, Kev. And she comes across as shy and reserved, and then you see the shy, reserved person that says sorry too much, which I also say sorry too much, which we both joke about, get on stage, and she's the most filthy, loud, amazing, funny, hilarious, and all that's inside her, but you never see it till she gets on stage and she just comes alive. And it's so beautiful to see like someone you're friends with who seems so shy and not so confident do something that most of us could never do, to have the confidence to go up and tell a joke and like,
You don't know that you cannot do it unless you try it, babe.
I know you say that, but like most of us would never have the guts.
Yeah, babe.
Never have the guts in our lifetimes. And the fact that you go up there and do it, and not only that, you kill it. Like so many times I've been there and I've been pissing myself laughing and everyone else has, and you've just like had the whole audience in stitches, and the stuff you come out with is disgusting and filthy and amazing. And I'm like, you wouldn't think it. You're so sweet and lovely. And that's what makes it even better.
I think it has something to do with my culture. Sorry. I think it has something to do with my culture, because in our culture, we love dirty jokes. We really love it.
We do in England
so,
too.
Yeah, and you can see. Yeah, I think so too, because there's one time that I did an open mic and there's a comedian from London and he saw my set and he says that you have to go to visit us there, because the people will like you because you are so dirty and everything. And I was like, I do not know. What I've heard is that you guys are somehow mean to the comedians. You really says boo and everything.
Wow.
I don't think that I can
does
do.
happen in some places, but
in
only
London,
when the person's like bad.
Yeah.
In London, we have chocolates shaped like penises, so you'll do very well in London, I think.
There's a club in London that's quite famous, and they, as you walk in as an audience member, they give you a little bean bag. Joanna, do you know what a bean bag is? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, I wasn't sure if that.
A bag filled with beans.
That's under the penis.
So anyway, the audience get a bean bag when they arrive, and it's a small crowd. It's like maybe 50 to 100 people.
Quite a crowd.
And they're sitting in there, and when the comedian comes on, I'd say within 30 seconds they get beanbagged. If they tell a joke they don't like, they get beanbagged.
That's better than being teabagged.
Or bombed.
So you might get one or two, or you might get 100 beanbags chucked at you for a bad joke.
That's really hard.
Oh my god, I cannot do
I'd
that.
take my own and throw them back.
Pretty bad. James, if you were on stage, you'd have plenty of ammo from the beanbags that missed you. Like,
oh yeah, I'm like Neo. I'm like that.
I think
You tried stand-up comedy. Sorry for cutting
No. I was going to say, I think Joanna would make James blush. But what are you saying, Joanna? Do you think he should go on stage?
No, I was actually, yes, you should do it also. But I was asking if any one of you tried stand-up comedy.
Not a chance.
Why not?
I thought of a line I was going to use if ever I was on. This is my crazy thing of stand-up, right? And it's probably going to go horribly wrong and bomb in front of an amazing comedian like yourself, right? But it hit me the other day when, as a person that has cats, right? When you're actually going through the kitty litter, you actually look like you're trying to find gold. You're actually hunting for shit like it's gold.
What, do you sieve it?
Yeah, I sieve it real
like
good.
in the 1930s in America with a little cat on, just sieving
yeah,
it.
I go into the kitty litter.
The timing here is amazing. Look, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. The timing.
Oh, she's ready for a sieve.
Oh, wow.
Killer.
Cat's off to lay some gold.
Sorry.
Wow. Wow.
Kevin, oh my god.
So that's the instrument that Kevin plays, basically.
You said
Kev
cats,
plays the feline flute.
and Stanley literally just stood up and did a back stretch, and I thought, is she just settling? Is she going to curl up again, or is she off? She was off.
You wonder if Stanley's like, I wonder if I get in front of him and make it do a little stretch, I might get a little blow.
If this was a movie in timing, you'd think it was planned, but I can't control a cat.
I have a question
Like
to you.
Kev down under.
Sorry.
Sorry, Joanna?
I have a question to James. Sometimes when I watch you guys not sometimes, all of that, every time that I watch your podcast.
Sometimes is correct, isn't it? Once in the blue moon, maybe.
Watch the clip.
The 3 minutes I saw of one episode.
James has this resting bitch face, and sometimes Rose is like, I was like, oh my god, I hope that he will not do that to me. I'm so intimidated to him.
That's the most I've seen him smile. He's got resting knobhead face.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like he always smells a fart, you know?
I feel like I always look like I'm being blackmailed. It's like,
It's like someone's constantly asking for your wallet off screen. Give me your wallet.
Yeah.
No.
The only reason he turns up is because he has to pay to come on, so he needs to get his money's worth. That's pretty much it, isn't it?
He cannot get paid. No, just kidding.
I think he's smiling just because Emmanuel Bonami, guys, features in this episode. Like, this is
I've got
insane.
wind.
Huh?
I've just got wind.
Oh, okay.
I'll burp in a minute. I'll be okay.
I like the resting bitch face because it makes his jokes very deadpan, and I like a deadpan humour. So
He's the master of deadpan,
Yeah.
and I loved in one episode when James was like, I think I'm the comic relief, and I think that's true. I 100% think that's true.
But when he says, I'm the comic relief like this, I'm the comic relief.
Well, you didn't need to be scared, Joanna. Are you pleased that you didn't need to be shy or worried that everyone's lovely?
Yeah, I am getting comfortable now.
Because
So
you
thank
were worried,
you guys.
right? You
You're
don't need
welcome.
to worry. They're lovely.
You're welcome.
You wouldn't be worried if you met me because I'm actually a midget. I'm only like 3 foot tall.
Anyway, like I said, Joanna.
So
I'm
is
actually a
Joanna.
midget.
I said James is James.
Wait, I know.
Drew,
Yeah.
he likes to get touch old women to get into like alien films. And Kev
Yeah.
loves
He likes to eat cereal in his pants.
So you've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
If you
Guilty
ever
as
saw
charged.
Kev
Guilty as
live
charged.
at like the Kev
But
live
really?
in a Philharmonic Orchestra, it'd be a bunch of cats,
Mhm.
all like that, and he playing like panpipes, like he was in the back of a Shakira video. Like, when Shakira comes out. Oh, there we go.
Guys, you get it all in this episode.
She gave me the dirtiest look.
Well, yeah, because most
Oh,
people do in that
No,
section
no,
of Salt with Kev.
she just winked at me, so it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Is it a wink or a scowl? Nice.
Definitely a wink.
I think she's just playing into it. Like,
She was like, all right, see you in 5.
I think she got something in her eye.
Joanna,
That's what you
do
call
you
it.
have? I'm gonna be the Kev that should be like getting us back on track and serious and sensible, right? Do you have any tips
That's the
for
thing.
anyone who's never got on stage that's thinking of doing it? Like, how do you get over that fear? Any tips for someone who's considering it, or tips for writing jokes, or anything like that for an aspiring comedian or person who wants to get into stand-up?
So I will also give the advice that I get from another comedians, which is very helpful. They said that it looks easy when you're an audience. It looks easy, but you really have to prepare. And they were right about it. You really have to prepare. You have to write your material. You have to practice it, because when you are already there on stage, you will really feel nervous and you might get blacked out. So it's really better that you really practice, memorize it, and do, where you have to stop when you give your punchline. And also don't wait. Always, how can I say? Because some of the people that I know who wanted to try stand-up comedy, they always says that yeah, next week, or maybe next month, when I'm already ready, I'm gonna sign up. And there's really no time to be ready. You really have to sign up, because once you sign up for a spot, you already, how can I say this?
You feel
You
committed
already,
to doing it.
yeah, you already committed to do it. Unlike when you're not asking for a spot, you're like, next week I will do it. There's really no right time to do it. You have to really put yourself on stage, and if you will bomb on your first try, it's not, how can I say this? It's not the end of the world. It's embarrassing, yes, but it's not, how can I say this? Not everyone can go on stage. So you being on stage is already a big thing. You already have to, tap yourself, back. How do you say that?
Pat yourself.
Pat yourself in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
So
Thank you so
how
much.
how do we convince James to go on
James, you'd
stage?
be awesome. You'd be a really good comedian. Would you do it?
No, I did it one time. I did do it one time. Except
How
someone.
was it?
Yeah, no. What happened? Well, I got arrested. Because what actually happened was someone gave me the tip. They were like, "Oh, just picture everyone naked," and I was a bit stressed, bit all that, and I got it kind of like mixed up. Went out on stage naked and was arrested and charged with several lewd act things.
No,
But
really.
no, I haven't really done that.
Oh my god.
On a side note, Drew just got up and there was a cat behind him, and I feel it's time that Drew gave
Could you blow your cat?
Mosca
I'm not gonna blow in his hole. No ways.
Don't, Kev. It's addictive.
give Mosca some fresh air.
I have a good question actually.
That's something
for
you do,
everyone.
Kev. You do it well. I wouldn't want
James,
to take
what's
that
your
away from you.
question?
My question is for everyone. Now, it's going to be tough because everyone has a bunch of things. But if we go round, starting with Joanna,
Wow.
pick 3 comedians like right now that would be your go-to if you were if someone had never seen comedy before, and you had to pick 3 comedians, can be from past, present, whenever. Who would be your 3, Joanna?
Are we talking stand-up
Jim
or
Jeffrey.
TV or film?
No, stand up.
I have
Stand
to
on
go
the
on
stage.
Google.
Stand up.
I've got.
Okay, Jim Jeffrey,
Jim
Richard
Jeffries, classic.
Richard Pryor, and Dave Chappelle.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Good choice. What about you, Drew?
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Kev?
I know he was not says Kevin Hart because
Kev's gonna say Billy Connolly.
Well, yeah, that's Billy Connolly up there, as we said a lot. So Billy
That's
Connolly,
that's a painting that he did. That's not actually Billy Connolly's not just a work of art. He's a human.
He technically is a work of art.
I mean, yeah, Billy Connolly's got to be the best of all time. I can't think of anyone better than him that can tell a natural story and have you pissing yourself. Like, he doesn't tell jokes. He is a storyteller that is beyond hilarious. There's literally far too many. I don't want to say Ricky Gervais because some of his stuff hits and some of it doesn't. But Lee Evans,
yeah, I was
like,
gonna say him. Yeah,
and he's clean.
Yeah, clean comedian. And what's the guy from Black Books?
Oh, Dylan Moran.
Dylan
I was going to
Moran.
put him on my list too. And Bill Bailey.
Okay.
Was on mine.
So Kate's got Dylan Moran.
I've got Dylan Moran and Bill Bailey in mine. I've got one called Dimitri
Bill
Martin.
Bailey?
Has anyone ever heard of him? He
Interesting.
does like one-liners.
No.
He's American.
Yes.
And he does like really cheesy one-liners, but they're really, really fucking hilarious. I quite like Trevor Noah. I think because I fancy him, maybe.
I like Trevor Noah, the Australian guy. New Zealand, sorry.
South African,
yeah.
South African, yeah.
Got there in the end.
The Estonian one, yeah.
They're all the same.
I quite like she's American.
Kate's got a list of 30. We're just
I
going
do
through
like a
now.
bit of Jimmy Carr. Don't get me wrong.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
He's
Jimmy Carr, a bit of Bill
Like
Burr.
snappy jokes.
That sort of aggressive.
I like Isles Scherzinger. She's like American comedian. I quite like her.
Nicole Scherzinger.
No,
Okay, cool.
Scherzinger. She does like a lot of jokes about millennials and women, and she's quite funny.
Millenniums.
Millennials.
Can
She
you
takes the piss out of women a lot, which is quite funny.
Can you remember the Millennium Man in Andover?
I dressed him up.
That we all dressed
still
up.
There.
Yeah.
Well, I got a few. Mine's a bit of a mixy mix. At the moment, I think modern day, the top dog at the moment is Matt Rife.
I don't know his
I knew you were
stuff.
gonna
I think
say
he is
I
killing
thought
it.
you were going
Killing
to
it
say
at the
Bill
moment.
Cosby. Not Bill
And
Cosby,
also,
no?
he has no filter and doesn't care.
Matt Ryan.
I would say old school. I think one of the greatest stand-up shows of all time is Eddie Murphy Delirious.
Yeah.
Like by far.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have to say Lee Evans is in the mix there. But I'll add a special nomination for someone I've been watching a lot of lately that only ever did, like, I think 2 specials, and that's Sam Kinison.
I don't know him.
Not familiar with Sam
Is he in
Kinison?
Netflix?
Maybe. He died in a car accident. Like, he only did like 2 specials, but he's regarded as like one of the best of all time. He's hilarious. He shouts a lot. He like screams at people and stuff. He's in a few films as well, I think. But the funniest person I've ever seen live was Rod Gilbert. He's a Welsh guy. And Joanna, he basically goes off on tangents. So he'll start talking about something like, why does a washing machine have a pre-wash? And he'll go like on a rant about how much he hates it. Or he'll get annoyed because he's in Tesco's and wants 1 baked potato and he has to buy 2, and he ends up getting in a fight with like the security. He'll rant for like 10 minutes.
That guy was playing in Zurich in Comedy Kiss. I saw him. Because his whole set was about the washing machine.
Yeah.
And he's a Welsh guy.
Rod Gilbert.
He was...
Rod Gilbert,
I think I saw him in Zurich. And Joanna does
when he
stuff
tries to buy a duvet, and they say, what TOG rating do you want? And he's like, what's a TOG? And I'm like, 1 TOG is, let alone 3.
Now. I saw him in Zurich.
I almost had to get up and leave. I was laughing so hard, like I was in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, because with with Jimmy Carr, it's like short, snappy jokes. You're like, ha ha ha, next. But he was gone for like 10 minutes just shouting about the most random stuff. And he had like an anger management book he was going through. And I was dying. It was so funny.
Do you remember the suitcase sketch?
What's his name, James?
Yeah. Well, he's got the handle.
Yeah.
Rod Gilbert, R-H-A-D.
I'm going to find him because I think he was in comedy.
Yeah, Rod Gilbert.
The award-winning mince pie, the cat that looked like Nicholas Lyndhurst, and the flaming Mountbattenberg tattoo.
Well, in that vein, have you heard
Power of a million candles.
Have you heard the John Richardson stuff? He like bangs on about dishwashers, like really mundane stuff, but like because he's a clean freak and he used to live with what's the Good News comedian, the blonde kid?
Russell Howard.
Russell Howard. He used to live with Russell Howard.
He steals jokes. Like he recycles other people's jokes. It's like
do you like a bit of this guy?
Oh, he's amazing.
I've seen him live, Mickey Flanagan. He was
didn't really go out
live. He's not active enough though to be in the conversation for great. He's not active enough.
No, he's fucking great.
He's not been around much.
So I've got a question.
Okay,
he's not active enough.
I was going to say,
I went to a pub and we saw Harry Hill and someone else, and he was just in the crowd. And we just ended up having a beer and a whiskey with him.
The thing is, there's people that are funny, and then you watch Eddie Murphy Delirious, and you're like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, you don't get that anymore. You listen to Matt Rife, and you're like, no one has the balls to say that anymore. Like, did you see the thing that Matt Rife did? He got in trouble because his Netflix special, he made a joke about domestic violence or something. He was like, basically like, maybe if she was better in the kitchen, she wouldn't have that black eye or something like that. And he basically posted an apology, and the apology was just a link to a company that sold like helmets and stuff for the. It's like,
but he's more on doing crowd working, right? Matt Rife.
He does a lot of crowd work, which is really, is next level because that's like off the cuff. That's like ad lib.
I mean,
and it's like what's it called? Improv.
He's got a whole Netflix thing on his whole interactions with the audience. Like,
well, he's in the UK at the moment, so he's doing loads of stuff with British people.
Yeah, like
his
90
tickets
minutes.
went on sale. His tickets went on sale last August. I tried to get August, September to go on sale, and I was like, oh, do I want to buy tickets for a gig that's over a year ago? Yes, I do. Over a year away. Yes, I do. I went in the queue because I'd just seen him on TikTok. I didn't think he was that big. The tickets opened at 7. I got to the front of the queue at 7 minutes past, and like 20 shows, everything had sold out.
Wow.
Like within 7 minutes, everything had gone. I was like, that's insane. But he's
So
so
you didn't
funny.
see him?
Didn't get to see him, no.
Oh, okay.
But he would get swallowed up in like the O2 because, like I say, his crowd work is where he's best.
Yeah, I think
Like he'll get
crowd
someone's
work is...
phone and go through it, or he'll talk to someone about like their kids and whatever. And it's no one really does that
You have to be
anymore.
really
very, very
talented
clever.
with crowd work. You have to be very spontaneous and just make up a joke on the spot with something and make something that you never know what's coming up funny. I think that's like real, like...
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
like next level. Yeah, when
He's
you
almost
can do
like a
that,
word-
just like that.
like
Because
a
a lot
word
of comedians, they'll do their
comedy.
bit, but they won't deviate. They'll just do their set and then or their whatever it's called, and then it's just like that's kind of it. They'll do their special, get off the stage, and do a carbon copy the next day and a cut and paste. So you only really want to go and see them once, whereas you're going to see Matt Rife like 5 nights in a row, and it'd be a different show every time with a few similar jokes.
Wait, has Kev gone off with Stanley to do a kind of
Oh, they're having a
wind
moment
show?
alone.
Kev and the cat. Okay, it's worrying that we only saw one hand there.
It's a wind show. Where's your other hand, Kev? So my comedians.
What's the cat doing to you then?
He's doing it no-handed. That's even weirder.
He doesn't need his hands
The
actually
cat
to
is
blow.
blowing him.
Guys, he
Oh,
doesn't
no.
need his hands to blow.
For audio
I've got a
listeners,
question,
Kev is
The cat is
assaulting
Wait,
the cat.
blowing
I've
him.
got a question. What makes a really good comedian? And everybody answer.
Jokes,
Yeah.
charisma.
Relatability.
I mean, because everyone comedian has a different style. Like you said, you might be crowd work, you might be one-liners, and everyone has different taste in what's funny. So
No, I think originality is king. Because if you look at Lee Evans, who's like Lee Evans? No one. No one's like Matt Rife at the moment. No one's ever like Kinison when you hear him. And then you look at like Rod Gilbert, no one does rants like him. You look at Jimmy Carr, no one does quick short bursts like him. You look at Gervais, his is all research based and stuff like that. He works off facts. Russell Brand when he's live, he works off like what's in the news now, what's happening
It
right
sounds
now.
like James has been asked this question before because that
It's
is
a good answer.
intelligent and actually informative. And I think
No, I just literally thought the answer.
and Kate likes absurd because none of Kate's comedy is normal, like Bill
I love
Bailey
it.
and
That's quite Dimitri Martin's
it's
quite weird.
abstract.
I think.
I like a weird.
Well, if I could throw in my
Sweet
three, I was going to say I think Kate, you'd really like Eddie Izzard. He's
I
amazing.
love Eddie Izzard. He's quite weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Eddie Izzard's unbelievable. I only like I heard really bad things about this guy called Pete Davidson, but I was wetting myself. Like he is very, very funny.
He's good.
He was one that was with Kim Kardashian, and he's decent. He's decent.
His thing on
but
Netflix had me in hysterics
levels.
when he was
He's
talking
better than
about
Matt Rife, in my
the
opinion.
roast.
I don't
Mate,
rate
he
Matt
was-
Rife. I think Matt Rife's got more charisma than comedy.
but
I
Pete
think
Davidson.
you got to get a good thing of his. You might have seen a bad thing, but when
Oh,
you're
no,
doing
I've
so
seen it
much
all. I've
crowd
seen it
work,
all.
there
I've
can be
seen
good and
millions
bad.
of his stuff.
But
His
I was gonna
stand-up.
say, Pete Davidson's sketch about his stalker was the funniest. That
Yeah.
sketch you've got to watch. It
I
is
will
just
say the
brilliant.
reason why
Hmm.
I think Matt Rife gets extra points for me, maybe a little bit more than he should, because
You fancy him?
he's still happy to be edgy and toe the line and cross the line, where a lot of people won't because they're too worried about getting cancelled or something.
No, I just think his special on Netflix was rubbish. I didn't laugh once.
Oh no!
But his TikTok
his little
stuff's
club
funny.
stuff is better.
His TikTok
Like,
stuff
there's
funny.
a clip. I'll send it to you. He's
It's-
talking to a woman in England.
I've seen a million of them. I've seen a million of them. But the Netflix special is shit. It's so unfunny.
We've forgotten an awesome person as well, Peter Kay.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
I've seen him live. He's good.
The Quaver sketch, brilliant.
He's too safe and
He's very
Old school.
PG. Yeah, which is fine. I think I'm more.
Kate, are you putting your
I'm
hand
more
up to
with the
say
dirty
something, or are you
comedians.
just being a
Yeah,
weirdo?
and Joanna hasn't said her three
No,
either
I
yet.
want
So.
Joanna to say, but something just hit
Definitely
me.
did. You just weren't
Yeah, yeah.
listening.
Emmanuel
I'm
Bonami
the first one to
earlier.
say
It
that.
just hit
Did
me.
you say the first one? I'm sorry. I went.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
Go on, Kate. What?
realization just hit me that we just had Emmanuel Bonami on earlier, and it's just wow. Sorry, go on. Let's back to the question.
I know, right?
That was an hour ago.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm still having after effects.
I will send you all a Sam Kinison like thing
Joanna,
afterwards. You
answer.
might not find him funny, but back in the day, this is like the 80s. He was famous, and he only did it. He had a very short stint, but a lot of people consider him like one of the best.
Should we do the same question but different? And we're
Yeah.
going to Joanna first. Comedy actors, like
There's one, isn't
in
there?
film, like Jim Carrey or some. I know
Yeah,
he
Jim
has done
Carrey is the
stand up,
go-to.
but more movie based. Like, what's your favorite comedy movie with the comedy actor? You know, not a film that's just funny, but a film that's funny because of the actor.
That's cool. Great shout.
Okay. That's a bit hard.
Joanna looks
How
really
can
worried now.
Should it be a movie? It cannot be a series. No.
Yes, an actor. So whatever he's in, that they're in.
Or she. Yeah.
Okay, I how can I say this? I forgot his name. Matthew Perry.
Matthew
He's-
Perry.
The late Matthew Perry.
I feel like he's a natural comedian, even though he's not doing a stand-up comedy. I think he is
He's not doing much now. He's standing up at the moment.
What?
Oh,
So he's not doing much at the moment. He's not even standing up.
Matthew Perry.
I think Matthew Perry would appreciate that joke, bizarrely.
We love you, Matt.
R.I.P.
Yeah, three. Or one is enough.
Well, I mean, do you, like even like comedy series, like even things like, you know, Flight of the Conchords. They're like musical comedians, and then you've got like Garth Marenghi doing weird shit like that. Like,
I watched that. I've got one, a really good one, Kevin. You're liking.
Yeah.
It's a real shame that they stopped doing this. And he's also a stand-up. But oh God, what's he called? The guy that plays Dougal on Father Ted. Ardalo
Oh, he's amazing.
yeah.
Oh my God,
what a weird
also-
man. I love him.
Just think Father
I will
Ted's
say another
Joanna
one.
as well. Remember, she doesn't get.
But yeah,
You have
Father
to-
Ted
you
is
have to
brilliant.
believe it.
That's a perfect example of.
I mean, culturally, it might be a little bit tricky to follow, and it's borderline racist in places, but it's still very funny.
Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
Zach
Once every
Galifianakis.
time, my ultimate movie comedian, Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
Whoa.
shout.
Oh yeah. Naked Gun, right?
Naked Gun,
That's a touch.
Airplane.
And he worked with Priscilla Presley.
Guys,
What
Steve
about
Martin,
Will
man.
Ferrell?
Steve Martin.
Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Does Robin Williams count?
Who?
Robin Williams, yeah?
Robin Williams, yeah.
Yeah,
Robin
100%.
Williams.
Robin Williams is the goat. He was good
Mike
stand-up
Myers,
as well.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. But they said that he's copying.
Great shout.
I think it's you, James, who says
No, it's not me. I've just heard it when other comedians have said it, like on podcasts. But I don't bothered. He was still hilarious.
Who?
And he made things his own. Robin Williams, like
Robin
Mrs.
Williams is amazing.
Doubtfire.
There's a link to something new coming out. So on a guest episode, we don't really go down movie news scenario, but like, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard of a new documentary that's out in the cinemas this week.
Narrows it down.
Called Superman, but super/man, and it is about Christopher Reeve, who was the original.
Identified as one super, like one man, like they them, like Superman.
Well, yeah, not they them, but he is Superman, and he is a man, and it's about his injury of getting paralyzed, and he actually went through the comedy ranks with Robin Williams. Him and Robin Williams went toe to toe on comedy, and people don't associate Christopher Reeves as a comedian, but that's what he wanted to do. And when he finished, because he did Superman at the age of 23, so when he got away from Superman, he wanted to be comedy actor and do all the fun stuff, and he didn't get really that chance, obviously, because he fell off a horse and fucked himself massively.
Yeah, all them people he like beat up, like all that stuff, and then a horse kicked his ass. It's like,
well, no, the horse didn't even kick his ass. Gravity did. He fell over just from 6 foot high.
Turns out that was his kryptonite all along. Lex Luthor just needs a horse.
But they were saying about Robin Williams and then them two going toe to toe and stuff like that, and I just think Robin Williams is a beautiful man. I don't care about joke thievery. He's just a beautiful man.
While I'm on that side, if you want to watch something brilliant, and you may have to pay a couple of quid for it on Prime, but in 2018 there was a film that came out on Prime called Robin Williams. Don't be rude. Come Inside My Mind, and it's all about his
Joanna didn't
comedy
even
career.
smile to that one.
Yeah, so it's called Come Inside My Mind by Robin Williams.
Come Inside My Mind.
This thing here, you can just see it.
Yeah.
And
What happens when you come inside Robin Williams?
Oh no, that's the wrong film. I'm showing you Inner Violent Nature there.
So James, when you come inside Robin Williams' head, what happens?
There you go. It's that. Okay. It's
He doesn't
phenomenal.
look happy about it.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It shows all his comedy and everything, but it also shows his like struggles. It's brilliant and sad at the same time. It's a fantastic thing. Everyone should watch it.
Will Ferrell.
I said Will Ferrell.
Did you say Will Ferrell? Yeah, I was going to say Anchorman is brilliant.
Also, can anyone imagine Will Ferrell young?
He's been middle-aged since he was like 12,
he's like Morgan Freeman. He was like born 50.
I saw him in something when he was younger, actually, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Will Ferrell." Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I saw him.
Has anyone seen?
I will give a extra special shout out to my man from one of my favourite recent comedy films, Why Him? Have you seen that? Why Him?
Oh yeah.
That's basically me if I had money.
Is that Bryan Cranston is so funny?
Yeah, James Franco. Yeah, that James Franco character is exactly what would happen to me if I had millions of dollars.
Can't remember that one.
It's hilarious. It's on Netflix now. It's so good.
Can we just say though, like I think comedy it seems like either they haven't nailed it in recent years because it seems so much harder to do. Because when I watch Friends,
Matt Rife.
Now hang on, when I watch Friends, I'm laughing literally twice every minute, and like those episodes are like 20 minutes or 24 minutes. Everything is a hoot. And no matter how many times I've seen it, I'm still laughing, right? So that just shows how well written it is and how well those guys perform and how they do brilliant setups and what's it called? Plants and payoffs in the comedy circuit, right? The closest thing to that of late, for me personally, is called Shrinking with Jason Segel, Harrison Ford, and an outstanding ensemble cast. And I feel
a stunning program.
But it's
when you say recent,
good.
I cry. There's moments where I'm literally in tears from emotional moments the characters go through, and then I'm in tears because I can't stop laughing. Like it's just so well done.
Moistness.
Bearing in mind, Friends was
pure moistness of the eyes.
There's three comedy programs from that only finished a few years ago that are some of my favourite of all time. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Genius, The American Office, one of the arguably the greatest show of all time,
right?
And New Girl.
Oh, I love New Girl. I am New Girl, basically.
It is so fun. Schmidt as a character on that is so funny. It's ridiculous. And the Wayans, whichever Wayans is in there.
There's something on Now TV that I was actually kind of wetting myself over, which is brilliant. Is called Mr. Big Stuff.
I've heard of that.
And it's got Danny Dyer is in it, and he's so funny. Like his kind of just dry pan humor is so funny.
They just have to be careful with comedy now, don't they? Because everyone's too worried about upsetting someone.
Well, this is why I think I really like Mr. Big Stuff.
People are sensitive now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, you are right.
Well, I think either people
those sort of people shouldn't go to a comedy club.
Or they're scared to say anything. Sorry.
There's a host here in Zurich. He posted something because one of the audience messaged him that, hey, you are a great comedian, but I noticed that this is the second time or the third time that I saw you, she felt offended because she's a lesbian and she doesn't have the pronouns fucking shit, and then I'm really annoyed with it.
I think you should get a gold star for that.
Smiley face.
Wait, is this what the comedian said? Or no?
It's hard for me to remember. Until now, it's hard for me to say he and she. I always change it, and then these fuckers change it. Like I am he.
But technically, she is he with an S.
Yeah,
I will say one thing.
It's just that the host always greets the audience. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. and then she says that I feel like how can I say, she doesn't feel like she
Included.
is included, because and then she says that maybe next time you could say good evening everyone. And I was like, fucking shit.
I will say one thing.
That's got to be
If I
in
ever
your
did
material,
do-
Joanna. You got to do that as a sketch. That's genius.
I think
talk about that. Make a comment about that, because like before James says something, because I know he's got something lined up. But I agree that if you were to be called, thank you, Kate. I think if you want to be called they, that's cool. Tell me, and that's what I will do. I will respect that. But for you to change, I don't know. Like I don't want to sound like an old person, but like saying "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen" is a polite thing to do. To get shouted at for not saying "Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, they, them," that's a bit. Come on, just relax. You know, if I'm
I think
speaking
your
to you
podcast will be
personally,
cancelled now.
yeah, if I'm speaking to you personally, you want to be called they, them. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I will call you that.
I'll say something.
I do appreciate that.
I'll say something. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
will.
going to talk about pronouns.
Like,
I'm not going to talk about pronouns. That's not my business. But what I'm going to say is, if you do a stand-up show, 95% of the crowd are laughing, but you really upset 5%, that is the ultimate victory, I think. Because if you can really upset some people, it means you've made some really good jokes that they're so fuming about. If they didn't care, they wouldn't be good jokes. If you said something mildly offensive and they were like, "Oh, it's just not funny," but if they're like, "I am fuming," that means that's a really good joke to
Joanna, your next
95% of
task
people.
is to offend someone. I mean, you kind of do,
so
because
if you can like split the room and be like, most people are laughing, that's all that's important,
you
and then
remember-
people are like fuming, that's brilliant.
Do you remember the really clever thing that Jimmy Carr said when they were saying, we heard that you've been upsetting a lot of people with your jokes recently, and we want you to say sorry. And then he went, "I'm sorry." And it's like, well, we don't actually believe that what you're saying is true. And he's like, oh, so for once you can actually realize that comedians can say something and not mean it. And I was like,
Ricky Gervais does a thing, doesn't he? Ricky Gervais has done this thing where he said, look, if I say something where people are offensive, that thing isn't necessarily offensive. There's just people that are offended. It's like, well, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't just not say anything. You're always going to offend someone.
Yeah, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. But the other thing he said recently as well, which was really good, was what was it he said? It goes, I heard from my last special. Can you remember he got put in the paper for being cancelled because he made jokes about travelers, like traveling people, like gypsies.
That was quite funny though.
So he's recently come out saying, apparently on my last special, I was going to get cancelled for, all the traveler people were really pissed off with me, but luckily they've moved on.
That's great.
But he'll openly say he doesn't care if he's cancelled anymore. Like his Golden Globes stuff he does is so bad. It's like, it's so offensive
How
to
has
the
he not
people
been
in that
cancelled
room.
for that? It's because they're rich, so people love it.
It's because he doesn't care, does he? If he got cancelled tomorrow, he's got millions and millions of pounds.
To go off what Drew said previously, Drew was mentioning Danny Dyer and that program on Now TV, which does look good, and I will watch it when I get Now TV back again. Kate, you're so distracting. Send me that picture.
Sign it.
But he is in a new film that's coming out in the cinema.
You got it on the brain, man.
But Danny Dyer is in a new film that's coming out in the cinema soon, and it's called Marching Powder. Have you seen the trailer for this?
Yeah,
it looks so good. It's like,
wait, more importantly,
no,
Danny Dyer a round of applause for having a film that's coming out at the cinema.
Yeah, but have you seen the trailer for it? It's like Football Factory in the drug world. He's like a football hooligan, shock, but he's like 50-year-old still doing drugs, and he's like younger wife kicks the shit out of him for being a twat. And
when was the last time he had a film that wasn't straight to DVD?
Well, mate, that film
is pretty big these days. He's in like the Disney TV series Rivals. He's in loads of stuff at the moment.
Well, I was going to say, sorry, that film is like
cinema. When was the last cinema film he did?
I don't know.
He was in EastEnders for years.
Sorry, Drew.
No, I was going to say that film is like a cross between Football Factory and Filth. You know, the
James McAvoy.
Yeah, the James McAvoy. I couldn't remember the name of the writer though. That's what it was. Irvin Welsh. Yeah.
Irvin. Good old wee
Good old Irvin.
Scot. Is he Scottish? Or just like
Yeah,
right
man.
Scottish?
No, he's
I've got a question
Scottish.
for Joanna.
Absolute wee beast.
What's your
I've got
question
a
for
question for
Joanna?
Joanna.
Oh, it's for fucking
what-
fantastic. Joanna, can you do a wee Scottish accent? Give us a wee in.
No, but
Kev, I like the way you're putting on a Scottish
Can
accent.
I
You are
question-
Scottish.
no, not Kev.
I tried to practice to imitate an accent, but I really cannot.
What's
I
your
cannot.
question?
Joanna,
I
can you-
really want
It's a
to
little-
imitate
a
your
little
accent,
one.
but I feel like I might be cancelled.
James, what's your
Joanna,
question?
can you do
Yeah.
a can you do a Philippine accent?
This is a Filipino accent. No. Because when you're talking with the Filipino, we have a problem with P and F. So when we are angry, if instead of saying "fuck you," we're saying "fuck you."
Fuck you.
You sound
know-
like
Sounds
a
like an ice
chicken.
hockey assault, doesn't
Is
it?
that an impression of a chicken? Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
James, what's your question for Joanna?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, I did have a question actually. It was
Oh.
serious.
Go on.
Do you do comedy full time?
No.
What do you do day to day?
How can you say this? I don't do it every week.
Are you going to say
Um,
OnlyFans?
James would like the link. What's the link?
subscribe. Yeah. No, I wanted to do the what is that? The feet. Not feet.
The
You're
feet.
so petty.
Feet pictures on OnlyFans, okay?
Yeah.
OnlyFans /
Quentin Tarantino into foot fetishes.
Hold back, James. She's got crow's feet.
comedy full time. Sorry.
So what do you do for a job?
Right now I am an assistant teacher in Montessori, but and then I do a lot of things. So I am an assistant teacher in a Montessori, and then the second one is that I do nails and lashes. And if I do still have a little bit of time,
You're a hit
I
woman.
will also. Huh?
So I thought you were a hit woman.
I was
It's like you look
advertising
all
live.
innocent and
Joanna
then you kill
I
people.
do nails and lashes, and then if I do have some more time, to do a more sideline, I am also in gastronomy. I'm doing waitressing. So yeah.
Wait,
What?
astronomy and waitressing.
What?
For-
Yeah, that's
Did
what I
you say
heard.
astronomy and waitressing?
What waitress? I'm a waitress. Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
You said astronomy.
Gastronomy. Yeah, gastronomy.
Oh,
Why?
gastronomy.
Oh,
gastronomy.
Gastronomy. Why?
I thought you said astronomy, like I look at the moon and bring people their drinks.
Astronomy.
You're
Like
saying you're going to
stars?
spill your drinks. If you're like that,
What?
look at the moon. Oh, sorry.
I still don't know if Jana knows what
Oh,
we're saying.
Kate's
I'd be
gone
such
full
a bad. I'd be
nativity
such
right
a
now.
bad waiter if I was looking at the stars.
Gastronomy
You'd be like, oh, look,
is like
there's-
gastro, like food, you
You're
know?
like, oh look, there's Orion's belt. Boom. Oh, sorry, I spilled your drink.
No,
Whoa.
Kate is reverted to ET.
Yeah.
True.
Elia.
Someone shoved her in a bicycle basket.
I hope I didn't disappoint you, James, that I'm not doing full-time comedy.
No, it's hard to do full time. I'd be not a lot of people do.
I have something that might essentially be inappropriate, I guess, but I don't know if I should say it.
Syphilis.
Actually, I don't know if I should
This
say
is
it.
the
I guess.
crowd.
Say
This
it.
is the crowd.
Drew's got
What?
I
herpes.
know you're into your penises.
Yeah.
You talking to Kev again, or
No, Drew, the penises are into her.
Whoa. But
What?
if you swam in both ponds,
Pardon?
would you be naming Lady
Vajayjays.
for JJ?
Are you saying if she was gay, would she do the JJ comedy?
Yeah,
Well,
I
no.
guess.
That's a weird
call
way
it
of
the viaduct?
putting that sentence. If you swam in penises, would you talk about vajayjays?
Well, that's not how I said it, but I meant.
I don't think I can stop because there will be like a lot of dicks in my mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like the face huggers, wouldn't it?
I cannot really stop.
Well,
cannot even talk about
I don't mean go on stage with a woman on your face. I mean, like, would you do jokes about like?
We'll just take a snorkel.
I have this unfinished material. I said that what how can I say? Maybe you guys can help me because I have this material that where I said that I hate getting finger because the way men do it is like they're trying to get some money from a piggy bank.
So it's the last bit as well. We're trying to get the last coin.
What?
And your punchline is it never comes.
But
The punchline is that you guys are stuck on it, you know? Stuck on doing fingering, you know? No.
that's ironic. That is ironic.
What? I know.
And then
You
the
get a
penny
bag of
drop.
crisps on the vending machine, they don't quite fall out. You're like,
But it isn't the reason why it is an unfinished material, because I also wanted to do something. Well, who am I kidding? Men also don't like a hand job, because the way we do it is like, you know, we're kind of wishing, you know, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna say that marry me, you know, something like that.
don't say
You're
that.
trying to unblock a sink. You're trying to unblock a sink and it's sore.
Yeah, she's going to tell us something to cough.
Can you imagine if someone just gone and was like, marry me, you're like, whoa. We're
You haven't
literally a
even bought me a
wicked blue and
drink
a
yet.
cheesy chips in.
You haven't even bought me a drink and you're asking about marriage.
If you come, you have to.
You know what? Buy me a ring. Buy me a ring.
Not a
No
cock
man
ring.
ever.
Yeah. That's why I have a ring again.
Do you know my favorite thing about this particular conversation is this
Yeah.
might be the one full episode that Mr. Emmanuel Bonami listens to in entirety
Oh my
because
god.
he's
Never
on it,
listens to it
I
again.
spilled
I know.
blood.
and he is going to be like, "Oh my dear God," and he's going to message me the next day and go, "Can you delete me? I don't want to be part of this."
He's gonna be like, oh my
I'm so
word, oh
sorry,
no
Mr.
Or
no.
he'll be like,
Emmanuel.
can you just have my section as a separate episode? I don't want to be associated with.
We separate him though for an episode.
He'd be like, you dirty pig.
No, he's part of this one.
Oh, God.
He's
So it's
part
like-
of
Just ruined
It's
a
been a
man's
rock and a
career.
hard place, but now it's between a dick and
this
a.
episode's going to be
We're
called.
2 by now, right? We've been talking long
Pardon?
enough.
What?
This could be 2 episodes by now.
No, we don't split
No.
them up anymore.
Why not?
Oi.
What do you think
This
it
is
is,
going to be
Kate? North
called.
Korea?
This is going to be called Emmanuel Bonami fingering
Finger
and
licking
dicks in the
good.
mouth.
What? What?
That's what we've been discussing.
Puppeteering.
Bonami
There's
plus
so many. It could be the
fingering
longest name ever for
Finger
a
licking
podcast.
good.
Fingerly. Yeah.
Just call it no words. Just listen.
Why do we just call it French dip?
What?
French dip.
French dip with names.
French dip.
Well, if you want, we could end this episode now, and I'll press stop, and then we can do one on a different subject matter.
Okay.
What a bonus.
All right.
Well,
What?
no, an actual episode. Bonuses don't exist anymore.
Okay, what's the time, Joanna? In our time?
It's 10 p.m. exactly.
Hey, you got a
Our
clock, right?
time is 10.
I think I
yeah.
have to go to
Hey,
bed.
you live in
buddy.
Switzerland. They're known for making clocks.
I know, but I
Are you
didn't
saying
look at them.
clocks?
Well,
Yes.
I was going to end about now anyway, roughly. If you guys are happy to end.
Do you have more questions
Yeah,
for
give
Joanna?
us a happy ending, Kev.
I'd love to. Can you play your cat?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
questions.
Can I
Yeah.
just say
Can we-
something?
No,
Could
Joanna's
we post Joanna's links on our
Joanna's talking.
set? And can you share the Can you share the link to that comedy set you got on stage with on our next post? Maybe
That'd be
share the link
awesome.
to it.
I will do that.
Can I just share the link where, you know, I accidentally go on stage?
Yes,
Is that
yeah.
okay?
Do it when we
Yeah,
post.
sure.
When we
I'm
post
gonna send you
this,
the-
can you share the links?
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
gonna
comments.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it.
Send me a message with the actual not the video, the actual link, and I'll copy and paste
Yeah,
it
and then
into our.
Yeah, when we do the post, we'll put the links of all the stuff. We'll put Bonami links. I think that's something we should do going forward. Is if we speak to someone like Elijah or your cousin or Drew in his pants, I think when we do the posts on the
Yeah.
permanent posts, we should put the links to all the different things on there so people can actually watch them.
Don't
Thanks,
put a link
James,
to
for
me
giving
in
me
my
more
pants.
work.
Don't put a
Pardon?
link to me in my pants.
We
Too
don't
late.
have that link.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, but that's out there somewhere, man, which is frightening, to be fair.
I think
James.
that'd be cool if people could then watch the links underneath. It'd be
If
quite
anyone's
cool.
listening who's seen Drew in his pants and has photo evidence, send it to ragewell@yahoo.co.uk.
Then you'll see some real
8,000 on my
rage.
inbox.
Joanna,
Everyone's seeing Drew.
you
Yeah?
had something to say at the end. You wanted to say something to all of us.
Yes, I was coming to you. Sorry.
It's
bet you
that I don't know if you guys will like it. It's just that I love nobody knows it.
you got a
I
secret
love
song?
doing knock jokes and using the name into the song. So yeah, and I actually have all of you also Bonami but I do not know it. I think it's already too long.
Are you going to song?
No.
Yeah, no, it's like, can I make an example?
Yes.
For example, from wait. I do have first I will do for James. Or maybe for wait. Where is it? I'm so sorry.
What's
Wait,
this?
have you written a song for us?
I think she's written a song or
No,
a joke for
not
us.
a song.
I was gonna
It's a
say,
knock knock. It's a knock knock. Like for example, knock
Knocky
knock.
knocky joke.
knocky
Huh?
knocky joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Is it pasta related?
Knocky down ginger.
Yeah, but then for example, knock knock. Who's there? Joanna. Joanna's who, and I'm gonna do Joanna, close my eyes. Joanna, I do.
Oh, you've got a good
I
singing
do have
voice.
that.
Wow.
I do have that on each of you, but I do not know if you're interested.
I
and
want.
Yes, please.
I want
Yeah,
all this
please.
now. I want all this on toast.
I
Yes.
still don't
Okay,
fully know what's
so-
going on, but
this is so stupid. I know. I think
this
that
is
also
already
the
my
reason why-
favorite moment. I don't know what's going on.
Please, please.
So I have one for Kate. Also, knock knock, Kate.
Who's
Knock
there?
knock. It's Kate.
Yeah.
Kate who?
Kate who?
Oh, Kate.
Bloody hell,
Kate.
Kate's got
Yeah.
a ring doorbell, sorry.
Kate doesn't understand the knock knock joke.
Kate's got a ring
Okay.
doorbell, she's just looking at you
She's
right
like, "Can you press the ring doorbell so I can ignore you on the camera?"
Kate who? Kate who?
Okay.
I'm excited.
So
Sorry, start again.
Sorry, my doorbell doesn't
Okay.
work.
No, do the
Knock,
whole joke
knock.
again. Who's there?
knock knock,
Who's there?
Kate.
Kate who?
I can't get on satisfaction. Oh my God.
I can get no
So
satisfaction.
there's one.
And I try. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So
You
knock
can't
knock.
get satisfaction on the doorway. Yeah.
Who's this
that?
one to?
This one is for you, Kevin.
Oh,
Okay. Knock knock.
who's there, Joanna?
Kevin.
Kevin who?
So I'm Kevin, all my love for you.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
James. Knock knock.
Who's that?
James.
James who?
Quit playing James with my heart. With my...
That's my new ringtone.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Then for Drew, knock knock.
Who's there?
Drew.
Drew who?
Drew the years. I don't know the lyrics.
What?
Through the years, right? Well, what's the song?
Drew the years.
Bonami.
No ways. Go on, please.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's that?
Bonami.
Bonami who?
Bonami. Bonama. Life goes on.
Blah, 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 blah. Hey, was Drew one Simply Red? Was it Holding Back the Years? Was that the song?
It's from Kenny Rogers.
Kenny
Through
Rogers.
the years.
Drew.
I've got one for you, Joanna.
Yeah? You have something for me? Okay.
Yeah. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Pido.
Peter who?
Jimmy Savile.
Oh, you
What?
What? Talk about lower the mood.
Oh, I thought you were going to actually do something clever there.
Oh. Oh, is it?
You fucking degenerate.
It's
Thank
Australian.
you for inviting me in your podcast, so I hope you did like it.
That was
dear.
quality, and we really appreciate the effort as well. That was cool as anything. Thank you so much. Well,
You're welcome.
we'll end it there because I don't think anything can top that. Good
Oh, crying.
good night,
It was
guys.
such a lovely
Good night, guys.
to meet you all. Mhm.
Thank you for listening to episode 72. That was the weirdest episode ever. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.